Welcome back to our journey through the Psalms. I praise God that you're walking with us today. We're in Psalm 77. And I know I say this a lot in amongst the blog, but this psalm really, pretty much every psalm does. The word of God always resonates with our lives because he speaks to us even now today because this word is alive. And but Psalm 77 really resonates, I guess maybe with me, because hopefully I'm not the only one. But sometimes when you go into prayer and you're really urgent and frankly insistent in prayer, you're just wondering when the answer is going to come. What kind of timing does God have set in and amongst this time? And that's kind of the pre-course to this Psalm 77. Here's an urgent prayer that this psalmist, of who we don't know, but this psalmist is praying out to the Lord, and it seems as though it's not being answered. Not necessarily in a way that he doesn't like, because that would just produce suffering in his part. He's just thinking that God isn't answering, and so he wonders how long. How long is this going to go unanswered? I keep putting this before you, and how long are you not going to? Have you rejected me? Have you totally forgot about me? Have you totally forgot about Israel? The way that this psalmist goes pretty dramatic, and how real is that into our lives? How real is it when we have something that brings us into, whether it be sorrow or trial or temptation? How real is it that it just kind of comes and grips us and we get really dramatic about it, and even putting it before the Lord? Lord, when are you going to answer this? I just asked you an hour ago to take this from me. I just asked you a day ago. I just asked you a week ago to give me an answer or guidance. And we get pretty dramatic of, oh, I guess God's not listening. And this is the same quality that, frankly, the same uh, uh, thought process that this psalmist goes through. And so I wanted to read this together with you with this kind of thought in mind. Really interesting that Psalm 77 switches, frankly, tenses. Not tenses like past or future, but frankly, he uses God as a distant God when he's reflecting on his sorrows. But then, as it turns, as time is given to him in prayer, frankly, all of a sudden, God starts becoming in the first person rather than the third person. So look for that switch. It's a really neat switch in this psalm. So something to pay attention to as we read. Let's read together Psalm 77. I cried out to God for help. I cried out to God to hear me. When I was in distress, I sought the Lord. At night I stretched out untiring hands, and my soul refused to be comforted. I remembered you, O God, and I groaned. I mused, and my spirit grew faint. You kept my eyes from closing. I was too troubled to speak. I thought about the former days, the years of long ago. I remembered my songs in the night. My heart mused and my spirit inquired, will the Lord reject forever? Will he never show his favor again? Has his unfailing love vanished forever? Has his promise failed for all time? Has God forgotten to be merciful? Has he in anger withheld his compassion? Then I thought, to this I will appeal, the years of the right hand of the Most High. And this is where he comes into this personal reflection. He was kind of casting everything, his drama, his prayers upon the Lord in this third distant person of being away from him, that he's not listening, that he is rejecting. But then he reflects, and all of a sudden everything becomes even closer. We get to see the presence of God in and amongst this psalmist's life as he says, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will meditate on all your works and consider all your mighty deeds. Your ways, O God, are holy. What God is so great as our God? You are the God who performs miracles. You display your power among the peoples. With your mighty arm, you redeemed your people, the descendants of Jacob and Joseph. The waters saw you and writhed. The very depths were convulsed. The clouds poured down water. The skies resounded with thunder. Your arrows flashed back and forth. Your thunder was heard in the whirlwind. Your lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and quaked. Your path led through the sea, your way through the mighty waters, through your footprints, though your footprints were not seen. You led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. Obviously, the psalmist is really reflecting back upon, frankly, the salvation of Israel from Egypt and walking through the Red Sea, but walking into the desert. That in many of their times and many of their prayers, they became dramatic and grumbled and groaned and complained. And is God actually with us? Is He gonna save us? Why did He bring us out to the desert to die here? All these kind of dramatic things that sometimes we in our lives really, just put right in front of God, get really dramatic with Him, get really concerned about life, if He's really there, if so, then why isn't He taking care of this trial or temptation? And we cast so many things on God, and that's just not what we should do. When we come to a trial of temptation, when we come to sorrow in our life, let us reflect. Let us reflect on what God has done. What He has done is sent His only Son, Jesus Christ, to atone for the sins of the world. What He has done is given you a faith so that you can understand through trials and temptations that God is always present, that He's never going to leave you nor forsake you, says His Word. We also know for certain that when we reflect, especially on His Word, that we endure forever. That the sorrow, the temptation, and the trials are of this world. And the things of this world fade and they wither. But as it says in Isaiah chapter 40, the word of the Lord stands forever. So when we go through drama, and when we go through sorrow, and we go through, frankly, temptations in our life, let us not become so dramatized and instantaneous with our requests to the Lord, but lay our requests before the Lord. Be patient and enduring. Have a blessed day.